Hi, I am Cindy Gay from the Metis Group, and I'm here to talk to you today about the ultimate search of their visionary for their integrator. It's an amazing and wonderful time when a visionary finally realizes the need and willingness to relinquish responsibility so they can find somebody to be the individual to take all of their fabulous ideas and prioritize them and put plans together to see them through all the way through to fruition and make sure everything gets accomplished and have all the direct reports report to them. So the visionary only has to deal with one direct report, that integrator. What an exciting time. So, why is it that after so many meetings and so many search firms that are working to try to bring the perfect integrator to these visionaries, why is it so many of them fail? And I know because oftentimes we get called in after the first round didn't work. Well, after all the years we've been working on this, we realize very little of the success of that integrator has to do with the integrator themselves. Certainly some of it, but we're assuming everybody has screened for those things. The challenge may actually lie with the visionary because the visionary has grown this baby. It's theirs. They brought it to life. They helped grow it. They were involved with all the day to day things. The thought of letting go of the day to day things is wonderful. But once that integrator comes on board, now I got to let go. And then if I let go of all the day to day things and all the direct reports, well, now what am I supposed to do? What's my identity? Worse, right? So, what we find oftentimes is the visionary intellectually has no problem with the idea of relinquishing all of that and bringing in an integrator. But once the integrator comes on board, they got to shift and think, at least subconsciously, you know, let's wait a couple of months or years until you kind of earn your keep and learn the industry and learn the business and then when my confidence is up, then I'll shift over the direct reports, maybe even one at a time, and then I'll shift over some of the other activities. And we think a lot of that has to do with the visionary having a lack of clarity around what they really do that brings value to the organization and what they're going to do moving forward and what's going to bring them their identity. So, our process actually starts with defining a scorecard for the visionary. Let's get crystal clear and let's bring their direct reports in. Those people who are now going to have a brand new supervisor, and let's help them understand what the visionary is going to be doing, not just understand, but contribute to. Where do they bring the most value? What are the things we need them to continue doing in order to grow this organization, perhaps in ways that had never been otherwise imaginable? Because now we're going to have somebody who's really good at getting it done. So then we can step back. Once we are clear about what the visionary is going to do, the visionary is excited about what they're going to do. Now we can carve out what the integrator is actually going to do, what they're going to be held accountable for. And again, their direct reports can realize this isn't somebody who's going to micromanage them. It isn't somebody who's going to tell them how to do their job, but they'll understand the differences between the visionary and the integrator role. So once we create the scorecard for the visionary, then we create the scorecard for the integrator. We can create the avatar for the integrator. And after we've screened for the right person, the real magic comes on the onboarding when the visionary understands their leadership style a little bit better and things to look out for. The integrator understands their style really well. And in fact, that they're not perfect and areas that they're going to need to commit to development. And finally, a joint session where they understand how to leverage each other's strengths, avoid landmines, how to work together in a very candid, trust filled way to move this organization forward, kind of a yin and yang situation. So, if you are looking for a different way than a traditional search firm to find your ideal integrator, we'd love to talk to you about our approach and see if it makes a little bit more sense to do it this way.